All right, so a little bit of a gloomy day, a little bit of a weak start as I'm super tired today, but as you can tell by the title of this video, we're gonna be doing the downpipes in the Expedition Allroad today, finally. I ordered these downpipes about a month ago and I just got them in the mail. So we're gonna need to pick up a couple of things to get the downpipes in and set up to be used off-road. But we're doing some logging for tune that we're gonna check up on later. But we gotta jump over to Mopac really quick and get some stainless steel ties for some exhaust wrap so we can wrap the downpipes before they go in, and then we're gonna slap these bad boys in the Allroad. So let's jump over to Mopac. So I got played and Mopac wasn't even open, so I had to go pay Lordco prices for my exhaust wraps. And these little things were $30, so let's mint. So these are the downpipes. These are made by a company called XS Power or SS Auto Chrome. They've made 2.7 downpipes for a super long time. They do some other stuff too, like B6, B7 platform, and a bunch of other Volkswagen Audi stuff. Not limited to downpipes, but they look pretty good. The welds are pretty solid on the outside. And they're V-banded on the downpipe to midpipe. But we're gonna get the fiberglass soaking in the bucket here so we can wrap these, and while that's soaking, we'll pull the stock downpipes off of the Allroad, which are on the other side of the Tundra here. We'll get this cracked open. Let's go fill this up with some warm water and let's get this show on the road. Here is one of the wrapped downpipes. Pretty quick and simple. I didn't go too crazy, just kind of function over form. No one's really ever gonna see them anyways. I didn't go all the way down the downpipe just because I don't really think there's a point. I might wrap all the way down to the flex pipe. I do have a little bit of material left, so I might give that a try. But we're gonna stop here for the wrapping for now and come over here and get back to pulling the stock downpipes out. So far I've done a good portion of the passenger side. I've got all the shields and the motor mounts and all that stuff out of the way. I'm just gonna do one side first, make sure I'm familiar with it, and then I'll go over doing the driver's side, because the driver's side I know is a lot more involved with getting at the bolts from the top of the engine. So I'm gonna finish up, get the passenger side downpipe out, and then we'll do the driver's side. All right, so I'm having an absolute massive pain in my ass trying to get that O2 sensor out of the secondary cat on the mid pipe. But with the tune that I'm getting, I don't even need these anymore because I'm doing a rear O2 delete. So we're just gonna unplug them all from up top, and it's side dependent. So passenger side plugs in over here, driver side plugs in over here. So I'm just like digging through all this to unplug it all. And then the passenger side will basically be taken apart, and I'll put it in, and then I'll show you guys how to do the driver's side, because that's the hard side and it's all basically identical, but this side just has more to do. So fucking old new. All right, so on the driver's side, we're gonna start from up top just to make our lives a little easier. And we're gonna get both those bolts off. Hold on, that one right there, that guy. And then there's one slightly to the left of that. Both those two rusty boys down there. I'm gonna get those off. So we also took this thing off the firewall, just that holds all of the O2 sensor connectors and everything. Just get that out of the way to give us easier access down into there. So next thing, we're under the driver's side of the car, and we have the CV axle heat shield we need to take off. So there's 3 bolts. There's one here, one on the front of it, and then one on the very top. I don't have my wheel off. I didn't take the wheel off for the other side to take the other boot off, and I kind of just stuck my head up in this part of the wheel well and looked over into the top and was able to get this off, so we'll get that off next. Here's the 3rd bolt from up top. And there's the axle shield. So next thing you can do is you can go ahead, I've already done this, support your transmission with a jack and a piece of wood or whatever you want to do to protect your transfer case or whatever part of the transmission you jack it up on. You're gonna undo the 2 13 mil bolts that hold the bottom of the transmission mount into the subframe section, and then on the other side of this, on the top, there's a 16 mil that you'll undo, that it's covered by the heat shield that's attached to the actual transmission mounting piece. You'll kind of fold that heat shield up and then undo the 16 mil, and once you jack this up, this should pop right out. Just with like barely any force, maybe a little bit of a pry bar, and it should come out. All right, so after we have this guy out, we're gonna remove the main unit here. On the driver's side, there are 3 8 mil Allen bolts. One here, and one up on the top. People online say you need to remove this heat shield on the downpipe. On the downpipe here. I didn't have to do that. I just snuck a ratchet up in here and was able to crack the top one loose. And now I'm just spinning the bolts out by hand to get this guy out, and then we should be able to get the bottom 2 bolts on the downpipe and then pull it out. And with those 3 studs undone and the back clamps done, it is out.
flames.
I know, I can hear it.
Hey, you wanna see?
Just shot a flame like that.
They're like blue as well. Cold start in Richmond, who wins?
That's fucking amazing.
You just like driving around like that.
I don't think it's gonna have much of an underside after all. How close are the fuel lines?
But like, look at this. This is like